So we're gonna start with the band, and you're gonna hold it in each hand by the ends.
Change this to speaker view so I can see you better.
Yeah, make sure you can see me. So loop your band in each hand. Try to hold it by the very end.
Okay.
As close to the end as you can get a good grip on it. And then you're gonna place it down kind of on the ground, and you're gonna step on the band with both feet. And then you'll stand up. And there's a little bit of tension there. And now you're gonna do like a side step, and then you'll catch up. So you're stepping to the side.
Oh, both feet in. Okay.
Yeah, both feet are in it.
Okay.
And then you just get like a little side step.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And so you're trying to keep your knees are slightly bent. You're bracing your midline. And let's take like 8 steps to the right and then 8 steps to the left. Or I went left first, actually. And it's just a little step. And you might be feeling this a little bit like along the outside of your legs.
Yeah. Yeah, the dogs are totally ignoring me, so that's good, except for they're right at my feet.
Great, and we'll do 2 times 8 right, 8 left. And then after you've done your 2 sets on that, we're gonna come on down to the floor. Oh, sorry. We'll see how this goes. And then, so you're just be on your hands and knees, and you're gonna kick your knee out to the side, keeping your knee bent.
I have to use my bands for this?
No band for this.
Okay.
And we'll do 8 per side, 2 times, then we'll stand right back up.
Okay.
And so you're just trying to kick that knee straight out to the side. And you should really feel it in that glute on that side.
Hey, stop. Not good.
Uh-oh. Maybe it's not gonna work.
Well, yeah, he's kind of trying to already. There, he lay down. So 8 twice?
Yeah, 8 times per side, 2 times.
Okay. And then stand up.
Yep, and then stand up, and you're gonna put your band in that same position that it was in for the last thing.
Okay.
So you're kind of standing on it, and then you're gonna stand up tall, shoulder blades down and back, and you're gonna make sure you're bracing your midline, so you're squeezing that belly button to your spine, rib cage down, and then keeping your hips up high, we're gonna bow forward. And as you bow forward, you'll get like a less tension in the band, and then as you stand up, you kind of pull up onto the band. Yeah, nice. Great. And we'll do that 8 times. And again, really try to keep your back flat, hips high, and then pushing into the ground as you stand up all the way. And you don't need to lean back when you stand up, just standing up tall.
Okay. I told you one of my physical therapy videos does this kind of same way you do using the stick at first,
Yeah,
and they'll say good morning.
yeah, it's because that's what it's called.
Good morning. And I thought, oh, that's funny. That's what Kristen does.
Yeah, some of them, I call them what everyone calls them, but I guess some of the moves have my own name. Okay, then after 8, we're gonna do the side steps again. My band makes funny sounds on my shoes. And it was 8 per side, 2 times. I know, it's another penguin movement. Okay, do you think you can do those on your hands and knees again one more time? Or are the dogs gonna be annoying?
Fire hydrant.
Yeah, the fire hydrants.
Actually, he's doing really good. He walked away from me like this morning.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably because you just ignored him. See, he is smart. He's like, oh, you're not playing with me.
Probably not. I'm not sure I can annoy you.
And then we'll do another set of our good mornings.
And the good mornings I use the band too.
Yep. Yeah, really keeping that back flat, hips high. And it's okay to have a soft bend in your knees. They don't have to be like locked out. And so you can really kind of push your heels into the ground as you stand up. And we're gonna do 8 of these. Okay, and then we'll grab a sip of water. Little break. Water time if you want. Okay, and you said you have you're like 2 5s? Yeah, great. Perfect. Okay. You're gonna take your 2 weights, your feet will be flat on the ground, bracing your midline, keeping your elbows squeezed to your chest. You're gonna curl your weights up to your shoulders. Yes, nice. And then from here, you're gonna squat down, butt back, chest up. Nice. And then back up. Great. And then weights come back down. And so we'll do a curl to a squat. Nice, and we'll do that 8 times. And back down each time, yep. Curl, squat. Nice. And as you're squatting, try to keep your feet flat on the ground. As your knees bend, they kind of track over your feet. They don't track in towards each other or too far out. I think we have like 2 more. Okay, and then we'll set the weights down and take a little break.
I can't put anything on the floor right now, so I'll set it over here.
Oh yeah, perfect. He's like, that's mine. Okay, how'd that feel? That wasn't too heavy?
Nope.
Okay, see? Not too heavy. Oh, sorry, I'm putting my band away. Maybe we'll use it again though. I said, I'm just setting my band to the side. We might use it again.
Okay.
But I wasn't grabbing it because we're going to use it next. We're going to use the weights again next. Okay, now this time, We're gonna start with the weights at your shoulders. So you can curl them up here to start with, and then you'll have those feet flat on the ground, and you're gonna reach behind you with that foot and go into a reverse lunge. And so you'll drop that foot down and then come back to standing.
Just making sure no dog's behind me.
Yeah. Nice. I know usually we have our stick to help us fight. Just really push off that front foot, keep that heel down on the front, and push up strong. Yeah, you got it. Go! Nice! Perfect! Okay, we'll do 8 reps. 4 per side. 8 reps. 8 times. 4 per side. Sorry, what?
I'm sorry, it's noisy back in here. One leg then the other 8 times, or 4 on one leg, 4 on the other?
Alternate.
Okay. Sorry.
No, it's good.
Now they're marked apart.
I know. Yeah, so just reach back and take your time with each rep. You know, it's okay if they're slow. Just get that balance and control and really push out of the bottom, nice and strong. Really driving out of the bottom. Nice. Nice. And then once you've done 8, we'll rest. Put your weights, you know, wherever you're putting them when you're resting.
Yeah. Over here on this table.
Perfect. Good job. See, that wasn't too heavy.
Huh?
That wasn't too heavy.
No, that's a good amount. I forgot I had those little ones.
That's perfect. Yeah. So good. All right, and then we have one more movement in our set. And so we'll have our weights in our hands. And for this one, it's okay if you're not bowing very far. Just really keep your back nice and flat. But we're gonna bow forward and then hug the weights up to your chest. Shoulders down and back. And then you'll bring the weights back down and stand up. So it's kind of like half of a good morning, bent row, or like a hug. I like to call this a hug. And then back down, and then stand. So half good morning, dumbbell hug, back down, stand.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll do that 8 times. Hug, back down, stand. Perfect, and just really keeping that back flat, really thinking about your posture. Your shoulder blades stay down and back even as you're going into your hug. So shoulder blades down and back when you're bowing, shoulder blades down and back when you're hugging, shoulder blades down and back when you're standing. And reaching back with your hips, keeping that low back nice and flat as well. A little half good morning, big dumbbell hug, back down and stand. And I think I have like one more, just 8 times. And then you can take another little break. Nice. Good job. And so we're going to do that. We'll rest a little bit, but we'll do that set 2 more times. So we'll do 2 more rounds of the curl plus the squat, the front rack reverse lunges, and then the good morning bent over row.
That'd be a nice day for you to be able to, if you have free time, to do something in your yard.
I know, oh my gosh, it was so funny. When I was going into my 7 a.m. class, like, you know, Rory's getting ready for work and it's like, 6:50, because I'm like getting into this class. And I'm like, what's the weather going to be like today? Like, I have all this time in the middle of the day free. Am I going to be able to be in the yard? And he's like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, look up the weather for me. It's like 7 a.m. and I'm like, what's the weather going to be like? He's like,
direction, looking kind of northwest, it looks like it's going to be beautiful. Could be totally different looking to the east.
no, totally. But it's just funny because it's like, I don't know, just if it's not raining, go outside. Like, it doesn't matter what it's going to do right now.
Right, true. Do what you can until it stops.
Yeah, I know.
I'm trying to empty the old gas and the old oil out of my lawnmower.
Oh, And sometimes if you're out there before it starts raining, like once it starts, it's like maybe not that bad, you know?
Yeah.
But also I shouldn't have asked because Rory just told me it was going to rain all day, so it's like why?
It was going to rain all day?
I guess that's what the forecast said. But yeah, it looks fine right now.
Yeah, it looks great right now.
I know, I got to get my beds prepped so I can I want to grow food.
I want to grow sunflower seeds.
Okay, did you get any?
No, where do I get them from?
Safeway?
Oh, okay.
Anywhere?
I don't do Instacart still.
Instacart, get them on Instacart. Okay, let's do our 6 curl squat. Or I'm sorry, it's 8, not 6. What am I talking about? But yeah, get them on your Instacart. Or I have some sunflower seeds. I think I have some extras. I didn't save any of my seeds from last year because I'm not really, maybe I'll try to do that this year. I don't really know how to do that. I don't think it's that hard though. I think you just take the seeds and like put them in a bag and keep them dry.
Yeah, I never know how to save things through the winter.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't really know how to do it, but I don't think it's that hard. And I think I could easily figure it out. Like through YouTube / books I probably already have. But maybe I'll do that this year, because yeah, the sunflowers were really cool, and they're fun to watch grow, and it'll be fun, like to grow that kind of stuff, and having the boys over like once a week will be super fun, because it'll be like, oh, remember how tall this was last week?
Yeah.
And like, that'd be a fun project to do with them too, like maybe when they're over there one day, put them in the ground. And also the sunflowers are fun to do like once every couple weeks, because then they kind of come up throughout the summer and the fall, as opposed to all at once. You know, it's like the 2 of them could every week plant like 2 sunflowers for like 4 weeks. And then by the end of the summer, you'll have like a whole bunch growing up at different times and places.
Oh, yeah. So like if I kind of do a little bit of a back row first, a couple weeks later a front row, then they'll be varying sizes.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
I was going to say, what was next? Those lunges.
Yeah.
I think these were the hard part. So 8 lunges alternating. And again, just really try to push out the bottom. What'd you say?
The dog's quiet down, but they are behind me.
Yeah. I was about to say, I didn't want to jinx it.
That's true.
Okay, just 8 of those, 4 per side.
Oh, I did 5.
5 per side, what the heck?
That's so great.
That's good, that's awesome. I feel like they were hard last set, but this set they seemed easy. Okay, and then this one was our...
Circles around me this time.
That definitely makes it hard, oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna do our good morning to the dumbbell hugs. And we'll do these 8 times also. Yeah, last year when I put the sunflower seeds in the ground, I was kind of like, oh, this could be cute. I don't know, we'll see. And then they were really cool, kind of popping up at the end of the summer in the front yard.
Ours looking cool.
Yeah. And that was where I looked, I can't remember where someone gave me the idea to plant them every once in a while so they keep popping up. And I was like, oh yeah, good idea. I'm going to do that next year.
Yeah.
Was that the second set or the third set?
The second set.
Okay, so we'll do it one more time.
Okay.
We'll rest a little bit. I might have some other seeds around here. I'll look. I might have something like zinnias maybe, which are kind of like little mini sunflowers. They have like that big, they're almost like a dahlia kind of, but not quite, I think. And they grow up kind of cute. Those could be fun to plant too.
Yeah, because I have the whole lower wall in front of me out here.
Yeah.
There, of course, everything's getting trampled.
Right.
In the fence area. But all down there, it's not going to get trampled.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a great place to put them too, because then they'd like come up in front of your windows and stuff.
Yeah. Once they got tall enough. But
Yeah.
the neighbors would like it too. But still, the boys, there's steps to get down there, so the boys would kind of like going down there. And
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I thought they'd like picking strawberries more than they did.
Yeah. I think like especially like Emmett, he's starting to really get into the age where like he'll enjoy being a part of the process, I think.
Yes.
Like
He likes that they get through.
right, and it's like planting the sunflower seed and like watching it grow is maybe
Did you
different.
see the baseball picture?
Yeah, it was so cute. Oh my gosh.
What's that smile on his face?
I know, yeah, he's such a cutie. But yeah, I think that's maybe different than just like, oh look, there's strawberries here, let's pick them. Like he's not really realizing like, oh, grandma grew these.
Yeah, no, but he definitely wants me to go get them and bring them so they eat them.
Yes, yeah, no, exactly. He just think it's like the store. It's like you have a store in your yard.
Yeah.
Okay, last round. Curl plus squat. 8 reps.
I don't know, maybe they'd have time to stop by.
Oh yeah, tell them to come check out our chicks.
Yeah. Is there kind of in that back bedroom still?
Well, now they're in the bathroom actually because that bedroom they were getting too cold in there. But they need to actually, it's super interesting because like regulating their temperature at this time, I think for me anyway, because I don't have like an automatic heating system for my brooder, is like the hardest part because basically you're supposed to lower them. They start at like 100 degrees and then every week you lower the temperature by like 5 degrees until it matches the outside overnight temps and then you can put them out in their coop. And so like regulating their brooder to be 5 degrees different every week, I'm gonna have to like move it around basically to find the spot in the house because I can't really. So now they're in the bathroom because it's pretty warm in there.
That is an easier room to control the temperature because it's small.
It's small, and if the light's on in there, it just gets warmer and stays warmer in there because there's no windows.
Yeah.
And then we can keep
the contained place for them to go see them without worrying about the dogs.
Oh yeah, totally. Okay, and then next is our lunges. But I actually might move them back into the bedroom now because they need to be 5 degrees colder this weekend. And then I think the week after that, I'm probably going to end up putting them in here. They'll probably just be in the garage until they're ready to go outside.
Until we're sure winter's over.
Well, basically until overnight temps are like in the mid-6. It'll be like, they won't be able to go live in their coop until like June.
Yeah.
But they'll be fine in the garage here for like a month.
Yeah.
And it'll be good here in the garage too because there's more like ventilation and stuff because the brooder starts to smell.
Oh.
Like even when I clean it out every day, it's just like a small box and like it doesn't really have the same kind of like, ventilation or like self-composting functions as like their full coop will, so. And their coop is gonna be so much bigger. Okay, we're gonna do 8 half good morning dumbbell hugs. Okay, another little rest, and then we'll do one last part.
Okay.
Do you have another like 15 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was assuming that you
The
did.
dogs somebody need.
I was feeling like you usually tell me when you have to run straight away to somewhere.
Yeah. I try to not have appointments on Friday morning, but, just sometimes.
It happens. Okay, do you think you'd be able to do like a plank hold on the floor?
They're ignoring me right now, so.
We'll see. Okay, we can change it if needed.
He just got up and walked towards me, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we jinxed it. Give it a whirl.
Does that make you think I'm Uncle Rod?
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna try to do that plank hold, and if we need to modify it to something else, we will, but we'll start with 40 seconds in a plank hold, and so you'll be on your hands or on your elbows, you can decide, but we'll be hanging out there. And then after that, you're gonna grab your weight, we're just gonna use one weight, and you're gonna start with it at your shoulder, and you're gonna do a little squat plus a press overhead. So go ahead and practice that. Yeah, nice. Perfect. And so as you're doing that, like the trick of having it weighted on one side is that you're not letting that weight like pull you onto one side or twist you one way or the other. You're still like staying nice and balanced and square with your core, and yeah, pushing through both legs still, even though you're only pushing with one arm. Yeah, perfect, great. And then we'll do a couple on the other side, but for the real sets after our plank, it's going to be 8 per side. But if you want to just practice a few on each side for now, that's fine. So good, that looks great.
Okay.
And then you'll set your dumbbell down on the ground and tap it with your feet and do our little kicks of your dumbbell.
Okay, I'm not going to do that.
Okay, I was going to say if you want to, maybe you could kick an imaginary item.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Perfect.
I'll just wait and do the last minute because that movement might draw attention.
Totally. Okay, cool. But yeah, we're just, we're not doing anything over here. We're just standing around.
Actually, just over to the couch and it looks like it's sleeping. Of course, Hannah's right now. But she's always there.
Yeah. Okay, and so it's going to be like a 3-minute set. So you'll have 3 minutes. We're going to start with that 40-second plank hold, and then we'll do 8 per side, and then just whatever time is left kicking your item. And we'll start a new set every 3 minutes.
Okay, but you're still going to tell me when to.
Yes.
When to get.
I'm still going to be telling you everything.
Okay.
I'm not going anywhere. And we're going to do it 4 times, which will equal 12 minutes. Okay. Starting with our plank, we're going to start in 10 hours. No! Stop yelling at me. Ah! This clock is always yelling at me. Okay, we're going to start in 10 seconds with our plank hold. 3, 2, 1, go! And as you're planking, just pull that belly button to your spine. Make sure you're active with your shoulders. Don't let your chest sink down to the floor. Push your chest away from the ground with your shoulders. I feel like for a while we were doing lots of planks, but now I'm feeling like we haven't done them in a while.
Yeah, keep them up good for Katie's shoulder.
Oh yeah, that's right. 10 more seconds here. There was the plank story about Bob's shoulder. 3, 2, 1. So now we'll switch and we'll do 8 per arm of our squat plus press. So once you've done 8 on that first arm, switch and do 8 on your other arm. Every time I say other arm, I think of that stupid song that's like, push that lever with your other arm.
Hi, my name is Joe.
Yeah. I got a wife, 3 kids, and I work in a donut factory. It's like,
I lost count.
one day Charlie said, Joe, are you busy? She said, do those thrusters with your other arm. Okay, we got 1 more minute for our dumbbell taps. And then we're going to go right back into our plank hold. So hopefully you're doing these at a nice steady pace, and you can just go straight into your plank hold. In 30 seconds. All right, we can transition back to the floor because we're gonna plank pretty soon. Ready, set, go! Plank hold. Halfway. Make sure you're breathing as you're holding here. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and 8. Squat plus press per arm. Eight on each side. And then dumbbell taps. How long are you dog sitting Jessie?
Till tonight.
Oh, okay.
Later this evening, that's why we're not having the boys. So
Yeah.
he takes her sister to the airport in Portland at 4:30, and then she's heading up.
Oh, okay.
She's down, her mom lives in Beaverton, and her mom's like 88, and they're trying to set up care plans for her.
Oh, I see. And Jessie just doesn't really need to be a part of that. I said Jessie doesn't really need to be a part of that.
No. That probably would have been distracting. I do think he obeys her better than me, but he totally doesn't listen to me at all. I have to get him to do something he wants.
Yeah, that's funny. 15 seconds. I feel like Spike might be like that with strangers. Like,
Right.
okay, 3, 2, 1. Back to our plank, and we're halfway done. more seconds. 3, 2, 1. 8 squat plus press. 8 per arm. Get 8 on both sides. And then we get our little taps. Starting to get a little sweaty.
I know, and then he's on in the house, like, you don't have to worry about it, we're all set.
I know that always happens. You get super hot at the end, but we'll cool back down. And we just have one more round to do.
Yeah.
More seconds, and then we'll go back to our plank. Sometimes when we do more of like a strength focused day, we don't like move and get our heart rate up as much to try to get lots of rest for like your muscles and your joints.
Yeah.
But I'm still getting sweaty. Okay, we'll transition back to our plank. Transition back to that plank. Ready, set, go. Yeah, this plank hold is getting hard. And we've been moving that weight around for, a little while now. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. And squat plus press. 8 per side. Nice job. Yes, so now just some dumbbell taps. All right, we've got 1 minute of dumbbell taps or imaginary item taps. Whoop. 30 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice.
Yay.
Okay, we're gonna finish with just a couple stretches, okay?
Okay.
First one, just stand and cross your feet one over the other. Now softly bend your knees and just fold forward. It's okay to round your back. And do you feel it in your hamstrings and your low back and your... Can you feel it? Are you feeling that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, we'll hang out here for just like a minute. And take some deep breaths. All right, we'll switch legs. As you like come to standing, make sure you take your time. Might get a little head rush standing up too fast. And then switch legs crossed over the front, and we'll kind of fold back down again. And again, get that soft bend in your knees. And just trying to kind of stretch out those hamstrings, maybe your glutes and your low back. And take in some nice deep breaths. Okay, now we're gonna kind of come down into like almost a plank position, but you're gonna bring one foot will be off the ground, and that other foot you can bring a little bit closer than like if you were planking. And you're gonna be on the ball of your foot, but then you're gonna push your heel back towards the ground and your hips up high. And you should feel it kind of stretching out your calf.
So one foot or both of them?
The foot that's on the ground is the one that you're trying to stretch. And the one that's on top is kind of like pushing into the stretch a little bit. And so your hips are up high, and you're trying to like push that heel down towards the floor, and that's what stretches your calf. Are you feeling that? Can you see how I'm doing it? Does that help? Here, can you see me?
I'm looking closely at you.
Okay, so this foot is not working, okay, but my other leg is. So I'm gonna put it out, and I'm on the ball of my foot, and my hips are up high, and then the top leg is on top, and then I'm just pushing this heel, and then I'm pushing my hips back and my heel down.
I think I was doing everything right, but this other leg was just tapping it now.
Oh yeah, that's also fine too. And you're just trying to push your hips up high and your heel down, and it stretches out this calf.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, we'll just hang out here for like 10 more seconds, and then we'll switch sides.
Okay.
Okay, all right, go ahead and switch sides. Oh gosh. So just, especially after the toe taps and stuff, I always really feel like I need to stretch out my calves. And this is just the best way to do it. Ooh. And you can kind of find like maybe leaning forward or like hips higher or lower. You might find a different spot in your calf you can get a little stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you're good. We'll go ahead and do one more stretch. You can come down to sitting, and we'll just put your feet facing each other. And then just kind of relax here. Try to push your knees down to the ground and just open up your hips and take some deep breaths. And so this one should be a little bit more of a comfortable, less uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And we can kind of just let our hips kind of open up and just relax a little bit. But it's good to get some of those stretches in. I feel like if I don't put it in, I'm always like, oh, I'll stretch later.
Right.
It's like, no, let's just stretch right now while we're doing this.
When you tell me to.
Yeah.
I mean, this stretch I do a lot.
Yeah, this one's kind of easy to just sit in.
When I'm sleeping, in bed, I'll do it, because it hurts, my hips hurt, so doing stuff like this helps. So when I'm sitting in a chair, sometimes I'll put my feet up and do this.
Yeah. I think those like fire hydrants will help your hips, so that's why I put those in there too.
So when we were done with that, my hips felt better.
Okay.
And also the good morning bends and the squats, where you're having me do stuff, keep my back straight.
Yeah.
And get hips out.
Yeah. And then the other kind of goal is like maybe, because those movements also like strengthen your leg muscles and your butt muscles, and if those are stronger, then hopefully that can like better support the stuff going on in your hips. But yeah. So that's why I put those in there. Hopefully it works.
Yeah.
I'm sure it just takes time. Okay. That's the end.
Great. Okay, well,
Great.
hopefully you